Afternoon and welcome everybody. My name's Paul Church from Clarity Craft here in the UK.
And my name is Louise Paul.
And we're here to keep you company for the next hour or so. I hope everybody's well. It's Tuesday afternoon, 2 p.m. And for those that join us on a regular basis, know that Tuesday is all about getting in the groove, keeping nice and calm and chilled and relaxed. So hope we can spread that with you as well. So that you're nice and calm and relaxed at home as well. Gracie is in the room with you all the way over in New York. So if you have any questions, she's there to help. She'll be popping the link up to our show page. And if there's anything she's not sure about, she'll feed it through. And as long as I spot it on the phone, then I'll see what we can do. So I forgot to say gorgeous Grace. We've got like lovely Louise, gorgeous Grace. We had joyous Jazz yesterday. Joyous, sad, I know. But yes. And during the course of this hour, we'll be giving away what Louise makes.
Yes.
So, but we'll come to that later. And we'll wait for a few people to join the room. And I can see we've got plenty of people coming in already. Can't hear Louise. Right, Louise, let's have a look at your microphone. If I turn you round, where is it on your view? There we go, let's have a look. See if we can sort this out. Nothing like a technical issue to get us going. Just bear with me for a moment. It's going to be one of these buttons. Is that one there? No. Oh, this might be it.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
I think we can. I think we're all going to, must have caught it when we plugged it in. So thank you for mentioning that. I wouldn't have noticed on that. So there we go. Right. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to change over the screen. So we thought for this afternoon, 31st of March, today is the last day for you to take advantage of our March product of the month. And so I thought we'd shine a light on that. Maybe you've missed it, or maybe you're thinking, oh, do I need it? Do I not need it? Yeah. So we've got 4 options for you to take advantage of. And what that means is that if you put those products in your basket, it automatically unlocks double loyalty points. Yeah. So we'll shine a light on those. We'll briefly talk about the April ones, because many of you have already taken advantage of that one already. And it's that same principle where pop any of those into your basket, it also unlocks your double points. So we launched the April one on Friday just gone. So there's we always have like an overlap of a couple of days depending on how it falls. So so at present, up until midnight tonight, you've got 7 different options to purchase one of those items to get double points. And obviously you can spread them out throughout the month, but the March ones do expire at midnight tonight. So, and Louise is going to be using one of the March products of the month in her demo for this hour. And she's also going to be using one of the 2 of the April ones as well. So, so that's what we're going to shine a light on during the course of this hour. We're also going to be talking about our online workshops, which are so popular. Louise is doing a series of monthly workshops. Yeah. We did the first one in March, and that was on the 18th of March, and everyone loved it. I mean, when you go on Facebook and you see all the artwork that people created as a result of that, it's absolutely amazing. And it was the same with Barb's workshop on Saturday. Yes. Facebook was just flooded with acrylic paint and everything else. It was absolutely fantastic. So we'll talk about the online courses, how they work, if you're new to that, and about the next one, which is coming up on the 27th 2nd of April, which is from tomorrow, 22 days away.
Brilliant.
So, so we'll
on
have a
to
look at those as well. Because again, if you put any of those in your basket with the product of the month, double points.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Can't be bad.
So let's bring some details up on the screen of the March products of the month. Okay, so you've got 4 different options. And I say this offer expires at midnight tonight. So your first option is Barbara's Floral Hearts A5 Stamper Mask Set, item number 12304, £22.49, together with your relevant club discount. Your second option is the stencil version, which is item number 01119, and that is £12.98. Then we get in the groove because it's Groovi Tuesday, and we have Barbara's Floral Hearts A6 Groovi Plate and Spacer Duo, £12.98 for that. And then finally, your fourth offering for March is the parchment and paper. This is the pastel rainbow. Louise is going to be using the paper in her demo during this hour to show that the paper works separately from the parchment and vice versa. But the item number for that is 42624. It's £24.99 plus your club discount. Now, the ones that we've launched for April, if you've already taken advantage of the March ones, are as follows. We have the item number 42631. This is your Bookmark Panels A4 Groovi Plate, £25.99 plus your club discount. And Louise is going to be demonstrating that this afternoon. Then, if you like these designs, we have the Decorative Panels Stencil Collection, Set 1, which is your Lotus, your Alliums, your Butterfly Swirls, and your Ginkgo. £25.96. So that's your second of the 3 options for April, which is available now. And then finally, to house all those beautiful pieces of artwork, we've got our Pergamano book sleeve. So you're going to get 6 of these in this pack. Item number 70131, and they're only £5.99 plus your club discount. So lots there to keep you, what's the word I'm looking for? Not entertained, but tempted. Tempted.
That's the one.
So, and the other item, let me see, did I drop them in? Yes, I did. Something that works really well with, I think, I can't speak. It's been a long week. The bookmark sleeves. Obviously, the bookmark sleeve, you can put anything in there. It doesn't have to be groovy. It can be stampy. It can be inky. It can be arty. And that was the idea behind the panel stencils, that the internal parts of those designs fit within the bookmark. But on Sunday, we launched the Picture This range. We kicked off the Picture This range with the Shack Little Birds A4 Groovi Plate. So I'll bring those details up on the screen for you. I can just see a really lovely row of birds in those bookmark sleeves.
Oh, definitely.
Wouldn't they be great?
That would look so cute.
So this is the Groovi version, and it's called Picture This. And the idea behind this is that each of those little panels can be little pictures.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you're new to Groovi, this is an instant way of creating wonderful artwork. But because it's Groovi, we also know it has the flexibility of being able to pick and choose the elements as well. So the item number for that is 42632, and that's £25.99. And that all came about as a result of the Little Shack Birds A5 Stamper Mask Set, doodled earlier this month in the Shack with Barb. Then it was turned into the stamps and launched a week ago on Monday. Barb was going to keep these till later in the month. When she saw the stamp, she went, no, we need these now. They have definitely been flying out the door, just like the Groovi Plate. So the item number for that is 12323, and that's £22.49 plus your club discount.
I like how it gives you like
excuse me.
little examples of what you can
Yeah.
create with it as well.
Absolutely. So on your screen at the moment is the Groovi bookmark panel. So should we have a look at what you're going to create for us and what you're going to be giving away during the course of this hour?
Okay, so this is the demo sheet.
Yeah,
so
just said digi download.
Yeah, so we've got our time and our date. It's called Butterfly Swirls, and it's a nice little bookmark.
Nice. And where do we find this digi download?
So on our website, we have a catch up and craft section.
Yeah.
And then on there, you can go down to the program.
Yeah.
Click on the link. You either have demo or you can see what the products for that.
Absolutely. So
those are all the ingredients.
Not many ingredients really. When you look,
No.
often with Groovi,
we have a lot.
It's
usually.
like it starts from about here, it goes down here, it goes down there.
I've made it quite a simple project because it's just really, really lovely as it is.
So if we come in close, if we look at the bookmark on its own then, and we'll come in close and have a look at this. So if I go, let's go to this camera.
The design, it's all 4 designs on the panel, the A4 panel. They're just really beautiful. So I haven't done any picot cutting. All I've used.
I wonder if we can come in close. I'll do this manually. Just bear with me for a moment. Hang on, press that button, and I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do that, and it's just going to come into focus now.
You can see I've used
the
diagonal grid just for the background.
Nice, very subtle, isn't it?
Yeah, so if you are completely new, I've designed this so it's really just a line art. So Perga colour pens.
Yeah.
Perforating in a diagonal grid.
Okay.
And cut out with a guillotine or a craft knife and craft mat.
Super duper.
Nice and easy.
Okay, I reckon we're good to go then.
Okay.
Yes. And what we'll do, during the course of the hour, we'll have a look at those courses.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should do a lovely little demo.
Get cracking into it. So I've got my A3 black mat all ready to go.
Let's zoom out on this. That one. There we go. So this is the alphabet plate mate for A4 and A4 square plates.
Yeah, and in the middle we've got our little
spacer plates.
Spacer plates, that's the one. Just trying to get the word out. So that will just house in my big A4 plate.
Okay.
Because if I was using an A4 piece of paper, and this is upside down, I just want it. There we go. And if I wanted to use this one, it's going to be overhanging. So the last thing you want is if you've got a pattern, if you wanted to do some grid work around it, for example, if you were just going up to it and all of a sudden your Groovi tool slipped,
of course, yes,
hole through the parchment. So this is really handy.
And we don't want any holes in our parchment.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Perfect. So I've got myself some A5 parchment.
Yeah.
I'm just going to line it up just like that.
Okay.
And put some Groovi sticker tabs on.
So you've got 4 really nice decorative panels here. And we'll have a look at some of the artwork during the course of the hour as well.
Yes.
But you don't have to keep them as long panels.
No.
You can do them as little squares. You can do them as sort of like 3/4 length, half length. That really is the beauty of the Groovi system.
Yeah, and our design team have done all shapes and sizes on their Groovi
They
projects,
have,
so it's been really lovely to see all of the different, because not everybody might not want to make a bookmark.
No.
I mean, not everybody reads loads of books, but bookmarks are nice as a gift for someone.
Absolutely.
So I've got my Groovi guard. So this is my A5 parchment. I've used a tumble dryer sheet gun to lubricate the parchment.
Okay, we can come in a bit closer now. Let's go. Okay, that will just focus.
Perfect. So I'm just going to go in. I'm going to go in with my number 2 first.
Ooh, wrong button. There we go.
Just put it. That's better, isn't
it? There we go.
Okay, so I'll come in with my number 1 just to crisp up the lines.
Nice.
Nice and bright white.
It is. You literally saw the brightness come in.
And so what I did, the really lovely thing about these bookmarks as well is it's kind of a bit like quite mindful to find all, it's like a little jigsaw.
Yes,
You're
I know
kind
what you
of
mean.
going around each piece and making sure that you don't miss a piece.
And I think the way they were designed, I mean, obviously, initially the design was for the stencils. And so obviously stencils have to be made in a certain way in order for them to work. But the line art trans really nicely into Groovi as well.
Definitely.
It's interesting because when we were looking at the artwork yesterday, when Jazz joined me, these like double lines, a number of the design team had actually infilled those double lines with dots.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, I don't remember seeing that on the plates. But there was quite a few of the design team that had done it. I'm thinking, maybe they are on the plates, but they're not. The design team all had the same great, well, not all of it. Many of them had the same great idea.
Yes.
Rather than filling in with colour, they filled in with dots.
Well, yeah, because the only dot you can find, I suppose, would be on in a
I
word.
reckon it was definitely a grid.
But I would,
that they
you could use a grid.
Yeah. So this plate says one of the 3 current products of the month for April. So if this goes in your basket, then it automatically unlocks double points. And when we're talking about double points, when you shop at Clarity, you automatically earn loyalty points. Okay. And often, like when we do the products of the month, we give you the opportunity on maybe a particular product that if you pop that in your basket, it gives you double points.
Yeah.
But not just that item, the whole basket. And I was printing orders off this morning. Our friends had placed it over yesterday. And some of our friends had put tickets for the summer retreat in their basket.
Oh, okay.
So automatically, like if you're a club member, for example, you would get your club discount on your summer retreat. But what that also meant was they put the product of the month in, and now it was quite substantial. So say, for example, a club member pays £225 for one of the retreats, and they put the product of the month in. So say they put the parchment in, say 25 quid. So that's like £250, which you automatically earn 250 points.
Yeah.
But then I then give you another 250 points. That's giving you 500 points.
Brilliant, which gives you...
And you only need 300 points to get £5 off your next order.
Yes, you're nearly on the way
So you're 2/3 of the way for £10 off. Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant.
I love watching this come to life. I really do. I don't often see it come to life because I'm doing it.
Exactly,
if that sort of makes sense.
It's nice to
sit here and watch.
Something mindful about watching Groovi as well.
It is, and people have said that to me, and I hadn't really realised that until I watched you do it.
There we go. So I would carry on.
Yeah.
Going all the way down.
Okay.
Not everybody wants to see me going all the way down to the bottom. So let's just put that to one side.
Let's fast forward. Okay.
And I will bring in one. So
ta-da! Just like that. They're the Australian butterflies. They like to fly upside down.
Yes. Some weird butterflies on this table. Right. So I've got my plate mate from the starter kit.
Yeah.
And
you know what?
Diagonal grid.
I haven't just had a thought. It's just a saying is I've just had a thought. Obviously, Easter is imminent, isn't it? We've got here in the UK, we've got the bank holidays, we've got Good Friday. I'm sure it's bank holiday everywhere, but I'm not sure.
I think so.
And so you've got Good Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and bank holiday Monday. So it's a nice 4-day weekend for those of you that work Monday to Friday, so to speak.
Yes.
But often it's the time you're thinking, what am I going to do? Or I mean, not everyone sort of meets up with family and friends. Some people are
No.
they just want time to themselves and things like that. So if you're looking for something, you're thinking, you know what, I really want to do so. Again, it becomes weather dependent, doesn't it?
It does.
If it's not very nice outside, then in a way you're stuck inside.
Yeah, which around Easter sometimes it can be a little bit miserable.
Yeah, and obviously you've got bank holiday opening for the shops, etc., etc. I mean, our shop's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so
I know.
you can always pop online if you want to do some shopping. Anyway, I digress. The starter kit. If you're looking to try something different, maybe you've just found us by chance, or maybe you're tuning in for the first time. The Groovi starter kit, the item number for that is 42144. You've got everything in there to get going. So you could place your order, say today. Maybe you want to put some of the rainbow parchment in.
Yeah.
Because what that will do is it will automatically unlock your double points as well.
Yes.
So if you look or you know somebody that wants to get into crafting or has always admired what you create, a starter kit is a great Easter present as well.
It is, yes.
It will last much longer than a chocolate Easter egg. And I'm sure you'll get a lot more enjoyment out of a Groovi starter kit than you would out of a chocolate egg.
That's very true, because it's...
No, you would. It depends how many Easter eggs you have.
Well, that's true.
But
it would last longer than an Easter egg.
It would definitely last longer.
So you get
than
more
an Easter egg.
enjoyment.
Yes.
Long term.
Absolutely. So every time you're grooving, you could think, I had this for Easter instead of that big chocolate egg.
They actually said they've made, with the Easter eggs, they've made the chocolate of the egg thinner this year. Yeah.
Well, it's like most things, the cost of everything's increased, doesn't it?
Yes.
And I know chocolate has definitely increased. I saw something, I know I digressed, but I saw something, it was on the news last night it was on the local news, and about how much the cost of cocoa has gone up.
Yes.
And obviously some suppliers don't necessarily want to pass it on to the customers. So the way around it, as you say, is to make it thinner. Or I think there was a brand of chocolate, they'd made the bars smaller and put the price up as well, because they've had to do that. And that's like a big brand. And then, of course, I don't know if we saw on the news, I think it's like 400,000 Kit Kats have been stolen. They were traveling from Italy to Poland, and they've disappeared.
Somebody wanted to take a break.
Very good. Apparently, what was different about it was that this Kit Kat apparently have done something for the F1 racing. So they were in the shape of racing cars or something.
Okay.
So yeah, so 400,000 Kit Kat products have been stolen. So to appear somewhere soon, no doubt.
Making somebody very happy, right?
Anyway, a starter kit is a better option than a chocolate egg. Just have a little egg and a starter kit. So there we go. Okay.
Okay, so I've got my diagonal grid underneath. And what we're going to use, I'm going to use the outside ones here, which are...
Let me come in on this so we can see.
They're a bit more spaced out.
Just let it focus. Just press this one, and then press this one. There we go.
That's it. So these ones here are more spaced out than these ones.
Yes.
So I wanted some dots that are a bit more evenly spaced out.
Okay.
So I'm just lining it up here. And so I'm going to evenly space out my little dots.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, I get that now. Now that I've seen you do that. I wouldn't have thought about that. See, I would have done one, missed one, done one, missed one. Oops, I haven't missed one.
Yes. So
that's clever.
I would do that, but my eyesight sometimes doesn't allow it. And I know that all of a sudden I go,
Yeah, exactly.
So this, for me...
That's a good tip.
And because sometimes you don't want them all very, very close together.
Yeah.
So then all I do is just line it up with one of the dots. Make sure that it's even still, and carry on.
Ah, I like that. Yes, I've never seen that before.
No.
Wouldn't even considered it really. I would have done it the other way. I would have dotted, missed, dotted, missed, dotted, missed. Oops, made a mistake.
Yeah.
So I won't do that again.
It can be very easy to make a mistake, but it just means they're a little bit further apart.
Right, I'm going to come in. I'm going to come in close, like so. Then I'm going to do this. I'm going to do. We'll just keep that still for a minute. Okay, so that will come into focus now. And let me save this to number 5, because I think we'll be coming in close to a lot of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's just a little bit of a difference. So if I show you over here, as opposed to
okay, so let's come into number 5 now. Okay, so the one to your left is where you've used the zigzag edge really on the plate, isn't it? And then the one where they're closer together is just a straight line.
It's a straight line, yeah.
Ah.
So gives you options, but that just means that you don't, like you say, you don't have to do one, miss one, do one, miss one.
No, absolutely.
And then make a mistake. So,
yeah.
And then I would just carry on all the way around.
Clever. And it's there, it's been there all the time.
Yeah.
Have you done that before, or is it something that you've recently?
I haven't done that before, no. I just, I think because I thought earlier on in the week when I was doing this, I thought, oh, I'm going to use the diagonal grid. So I thought, oh, I'll keep with the diagonal grid, but I want to space them out. And I thought, oh, I'll just use the side there because they look more spaced out. So
great tip.
Yeah, so that's that part.
Okay.
So then after that, we would head into the colouring.
Right.
So
now, I'm looking at your piece of artwork, Louise, and your artwork has a lovely sort of gradient colour in the back. Have you endorsed the back of the parchment?
I haven't, no. I've used this.
Ah, of course, that's the colour intensifier paper.
Yes.
So you're working on clear.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it gives you options. So you could use, I think there's a really lovely bookmark over there. One of our lovely design team, they use the rainbow parchment and the paper together.
This one. Is this the one? Yes.
Yeah. And it's all cut out as well.
Sally
Paul.
So you can see there, there's no colour added.
No.
It's literally, I say literally, it's traced out.
Yeah.
And then perforated.
A little bit of
dots. And then pico cut. So when you compare
rainbow parchment as a colour.
Yeah. So you do have options, whether you go for the rainbow parchment, which is the March product of the month to give you double points, or you can just work on clear. I mean, you could put any paper behind there. You could put the companion paper. It's entirely up to you, isn't it?
Yeah. So the colours I'm using, I kind of matched them in with the paper. Let me bring the paper back in. There we go.
It's because of the black.
Yeah.
Let's take those off of there for a minute. Okay, so if we go like that, and then we can see where you've chosen your colours.
There we go.
Nice.
So those are the colours. So I've got, what is it, 13, 16, 8, 1, and 29.
Bingo! House. Okay.
So let me bring in. So I started colouring.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd finish that section.
So colouring on the back.
Yeah, and this is for anybody who has like you say, maybe somebody started only recently and wants to have a go. This is a really lovely project to get started into. So it's definitely worth.
I think these are great for children as well.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, even if they're not up to doing the tracing out, you could trace out all those panels and just let them colour in.
Yes, I'd have loved to have done something like this as a kid.
And what's nice, because it's on parchment, you've got that translucency to it as well, haven't you?
Yes. I'm just...
I've got this bottle of drink here because I need a drink. I can't work out how to get the cap off. You carry on, talk amongst yourselves. All right, okay. Why do they have to make things so complicated?
I know.
I just need a drink. I've got a tickle.
You're trying to stop kids probably from getting into the Lucozade bottle.
It's only, yeah, it's only orange juice.
Too.
Very random. Sorry. That probably didn't sound right.
You know, the other day I opened a can of drink and it all kind of like, even though I kind of tapped the top,
yeah,
it all came out. It went an explosion. I was like, who shook this can?
One top tip I can give you, just saying that we were at the NEC one year, and obviously you need lots of energy when you're at the NEC.
You do, yes.
And I'll just go to the front camera. I was at the NEC, and Barb drinks sparkling water.
Yes.
I mean, she drinks normal, but she prefers obviously sparkling. It's very refreshing. And when you're constantly on the go at a sort of a show, and but she was also on Barocca as well, just to give that vitamin C, the energy boost.
Yeah.
And she found out the hard way that you shouldn't put a Barocca in fizzy water.
Oh.
Because what happened, the Barocca went in and the water went straight up in the air.
A bit like putting Mentos into Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it literally went up in the air and then you had to wait for it to come down. So, yeah. See, like with the Perga colour pens, because you've got those two different ends to them.
Yes.
You can go into really small areas. Like on that wing, you've got those really small areas where you've put the blue in. Yes. And that's where the finer tip comes into play. If you're interested in some Perga colour pens, the item number for that is 70060. I knew that one off the top of my head as well. Sad.
It's not. Okay. And this is a really like this one, even though the lid looks like it's yellow.
It looks very, yes, it is, isn't
it? It's like a lime green.
Yeah.
It's a really nice green.
Perfect for your foliage.
Oh, definitely. That's my little vines, and my little swells. And then with the pink. Just nice to have a little bit of
nice colouring. Nice and easy.
It is nice and easy. Anybody really can do this, which is a really nice project. And I think the bookmarks really are a great idea to start, because then you feel like you've created a little project, but it's also something that you can keep and use. And perfect kind of presents as well, like some bookmarks or even the coasters as well. They're always really handy things to get. And
even better, because it's the April product of the month, You pop those in your basket and you get double points.
Exactly. Win-win. Okay. That's my little pink butterfly.
Yeah.
So then I would finish off with the yellow border.
Yeah.
Have I got enough time to finish?
Yeah. Carry on.
Cool. I'll use a larger nib again, and I'm just going all the way around the outside.
Okay. Now it's interesting because when you look at the bookmark plate that we have on the screen, obviously you can see the size that they are, and they fit perfectly within the bookmark sleeve.
That's one.
Okay. And you look at the stencils. So for example, I'm going to bring the stencils up on screen, which is the other product of the month.
Yes.
And we'll have a look at those in a little bit more detail because that is one of the April ones. And they look bigger, and you think, are they going to fit inside the bookmark sleeves? And it's all about the internal space on the stencils.
Yes.
So not the outer part of the stencils, but the internal aperture, so to speak. And Barb was showing that. We showed that when we kicked them off on Friday. It's actually, I've got the stencils here. Let me just bring them in just
stencils
to show.
Are really lovely.
And they're the same designs, but I remember when I saw them, I'm thinking they're not going to fit in the bookmark, but it is. It's all about the internal space. So when we have a look at them here, we've had to put the frame on, and obviously to use them as a stencil. With a Groovi, we don't necessarily have to. But if I bring the traced out Groovi plate like so, the Groovi plate is slightly shorter, and the only reason being is because it's an A4 Groovi plate. Yes. Otherwise, we would have had to have come out with another size plate.
Yes.
But if I take a bookmark sleeve, for example, you've got a spare one there, Lou?
I have,
that bookmark sleeve. So if I take the bookmark sleeve and I lay that over the top, you can see, hopefully, that it's the internal space that fits within the bookmark sleeve. Yes. And we also launched that fantastic card stock, the other cards, and the panels. And Barb was showing how you could potentially get 2 bookmarks out of one piece, depending on how you put your stencil work on there.
Yes.
So I hope that helps for those of you that had it. I believe, it was Lisa Gray had that question. Because they are deceiving. You think, well, that's not going to go in that bookmark.
Because you see the outside, you think, it's quite a large stencil. But
absolutely.
It's the same width.
So
they're all really lovely though.
Yeah.
Really pretty. And the nice thing is you could put colour through, or you can use you could use your black fine liner and go around the stencil.
Yeah.
And there's so many techniques, and I've really loved seeing the
artwork from the design team. Yeah.
Really
so there we go, Lisa. I know I looked at them first and thinking, they're way too big. And it's because of the outer frame.
Yes.
So okay, so where are we going next then, Lou?
Okay, so once we've done that, let me bring in I've got my black mat.
Okay.
I've got my Pico foam.
Yeah.
Then I've got my diagonal grid with my plate mate.
Super.
There you go. So that's all there. So I started doing a little bit of the using the diagonal grid.
Okay.
So then, because it's almost like in 2 sections, which is nice, it kind of helps. So I do that section, and then all I have to do is just move it up and then stick it back down and do the other section.
Okay.
I can find my stick tabs. They're somewhere. They're everywhere.
You need to stick everything down.
Yeah, I know.
They're stuck on your plate, mate.
There's about 12 over there. There we go. I use them until
they don't stick anymore.
Yeah, that one's good sticky wise. There we go. Once I use my Groovi card anyway. There we go.
Right, I'm going to come in on that super camera now. So I do that.
So I've got my one needle bulb.
Yeah.
And so now
I'm going to come in on that side camera, but I probably just need to bring it in closer. So what's great when you're perforating, this is where the grids really do come into play, because it forces you to hold the tool in an upright position.
It does.
And in order to get that perfect perforation, you do have to hold it in that position, don't you?
You do, yes.
If you was doing this freestyle without that grid underneath, you'd be perforating like mad, and then it just looked, well, as if a sewing machine had gone mad on it.
Yeah.
So we're coming on that camera now. Now, there's a reason, isn't there, Louise, why you prefer to use the Pico foam when perforating?
Yes, because I find with the width of the plate itself,
yeah,
and then the Pico foam, I find it gives you a
equal,
yes,
yeah,
an equal size hole, because I go all the way down, then I don't have to re-perforate. It just gives you a good, see if you can see.
So what we mean by that is basically, because normally before Louise came back on board, what I would have done, because I was perforating, I would have had my super foam, then I would have had my plate mate with the grid in there, parchment on top, and then I would perforate. But I wouldn't necessarily perforate all the way through, because you don't necessarily have to. So therefore, when you're using the one needle bulb, to the naked eye, it's quite difficult to see that it is actually, it starts off fine and then it goes bold through the rest of the point of that. So if you're going in on that super foam and you're going in some shallow, some deeper, some shallow, it can really have an effect on your perforations, can't it? So Louise has worked out that if you use, obviously make sure you've got your black mat underneath. If you use your Pico foam, then you play, as Louise has said, if you perforate right to the bottom every single time, then that perforation, the shaft on the needle is always going to be at that maximum point, isn't it?
It will be, yes.
And it really does make a difference on the perforations. I know it's weird, but it really, really does.
Especially if you're going to be using your Pico scissors and actually cutting it out.
Because you definitely need a perfect perforation for your Pico cutting.
You certainly do.
And we covered that in our online courses, didn't we, Lou?
We did, yes.
It's like a little sewing machine going.
I know. Once you get into it.
Just remembering to stop before you get to the end.
I know.
But that is so much easier, isn't it? With that grid underneath. And the diagonal benefits from, because it is a diagonal grid, when you're working with curved areas, it gives that more natural look, which you'd struggle to try and achieve with a straight grid.
Yes. I mean, you could...
Let's have a look on that. So there we can see it coming together there now.
Okay. So small areas, you just have to be a bit more careful about where you can.
So you just go a little slower.
Yes. But when you have large areas, it's not so bad then.
Quite satisfying doing that, isn't it?
It is.
It's just like
it is very satisfying.
I mean, Groovi as a whole, well, crafting as a whole can be quite satisfying.
Yes. I think craft is a very artistic, and I think it's I suppose it is. We are hidden artists.
Yeah.
Who didn't, things happened and you didn't make it in like doing a career out of art, because we always have other things that we were doing in life. But then when you can, I find that crafting's just
it's a nice distraction, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's very mindful.
Yeah.
It relaxes you, doesn't it?
Just mindful. I could just nod off while you're doing that. I don't mean that in a rude way. I mean, because it is so calming.
No, I could do with nodding off. So, you know.
Careful with that needle.
Oh, no. That's what I was thinking. It's quite warm in here, though, isn't it?
Well, as I say, it's normally about hour it gets warm.
It does, yeah.
So nice. Okay, so you'd carry on and do all of your perforating.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to chop that down now, aren't you?
I will.
Okay, so whilst Louise is chopping that down, let me give you some details of the online courses. Because, as we said at the beginning of the show, Louise is doing a monthly Groovi parchment course. And we kicked it off in March with the very first one. So let me bring the details up on the screen of the one that we did. This took place on Wednesday, the 18th of March, between the hours of 1 and 4. But what's great about this is that now that it's happened, you buy the course and you can go in and you can watch it, you can pause it, you can fast forward it, etc., etc. So the item number for that is 60249. It's £30 for the course plus your club discount. And this one really focused on the colouring. And if you like the colouring, then, I mean, Louise sort of just touched on it with this Dream Bird. But we did do, at the beginning of the year, the online workshop for enhanced pencil work. And this one, I actually did it with Louise at the same as Louise was teaching it. And I was blown away with what I achieved. I really, really was. So if you like that type of colouring, then this is the course that will really explain it and break it down in more detail. So the item number for that is 60231. It's £6. There is club discount. I've obviously picked up an old graphic because I haven't updated it because we found the magic button to turn the club discount on.
We did.
So if you are a single club member, that price will come down to £54. You've got a £6 saving. If you belong to 2 clubs, that price will come down to £52.50, giving you a £7.50 saving. And if you belong to all 3 clubs, that will give you a £9 saving, bringing it down to £51. And that course ran from 9 AM until midday. Then there was a 2-hour break and it ran from 2 PM until 4 PM. So there's lots of hours of tuition there. Now, the upcoming online workshop in April is the With Love Floral Heart Frame. That will take place on Wednesday, the 22nd of April, between the hours of 1 PM and 4 PM. The item number is 60250, £30. When you go onto the product on the website, there is a list of ingredients that you can download, so you can check to see if there's anything else you would need to do this. But obviously, if you've got similar plates in your stash, then you could use those instead. It's all about having the choices. And this particular one, Louise, what is the focus on this one?
So it's all about white work. So we have the inside part of the inside panel. That's on blue parchment.
Okay.
And that is all white work.
Yeah.
And then obviously we have a lot of, we've got a little bit of grid work in the corners.
Yeah.
And then there's some, so using the grid and white work.
Okay. And then the one coming up in May is item number 60251. This is Butterflies and Floral Frame. This will take place on Wednesday, the 20th of May, between the hours of 1 PM and 4 PM. And all of these cards are absolutely stunning. So the focus on this one
will be about perforating, picot cutting, and there's a little bit of tool work too.
So that's sort of creating those open spaces so that you can perforate. But you know what? Even if you're not at your perforating stage yet, you can still create that same card, but without any perforating and pico cutting.
Definitely.
So, so that is the one for May. The classrooms are currently being built by Mr. Jim. And what happens, because it's all online, it's in like what we call our Circle platform. And it's sort of like it's a safe space. Once you purchase the course, when the classroom is ready, we will send you an invite to attend that course. If you've done any of our courses or you've used the Circle platform before, what will happen is that when you log into your account, you'll have access to that class. Sometimes the Circle platform decides to let the user know that they've been added. Sometimes it doesn't. That's something out of our control. I can do all the inviting, but we will let you know. We normally send out the invites about a week or so before. So you can just keep popping in. And if when it's getting to a couple of days before and you've purchased the course and you log in and it's still not there, then either drop us an email. I think you can email, it's classroom@claritycrafts.com. So you can email that email address, or you can give the office a call during office hours on the number below, where Sue or Louise or Pete will be able to help you. But those courses, they really are, because what you're doing with these are like project-led courses, aren't they?
Yes. So we're aiming to finish the project. If there's a white work in the April one, we won't be able to finish it. But the main part of it will be finished, but you may have to still do a few layers of white work.
Yeah, absolutely. Because as we know, within 3 hours, there's only so much white work, and if you want to achieve that, so these are great. So let's get back to what Louise has been up to. Let's turn over to that one. There we go. So you've trimmed down your paper.
I have indeed. So I've trimmed down the paper. I've only got a tiny little bit of grid work to do down here.
Yeah.
But apart from that, so I've done that part, and then after I've done a little bit of grid work, I would then have add some glitter.
Okay. Now we have had a question come through from Susan. Thank you, Gracie. What's the difference between the normal Clarity card and the other card?
Okay.
Now, when we say the other card, it's sort of a play on words. It's spelled THEUVA. So people pronounce it as Fiuva, but it is the other card. It's not the stencil card, it's the other card.
It's the other card.
It's the other card. So it's a play on words. We recently renamed our stencil card to premium card, because sometimes you give something a name, and like stencil card, you think, I don't use stencil, so I don't need to buy it.
Yeah.
The stencil card is 300 GSM. It takes pink, it takes paint, it takes ink, it takes water really, really well. The other card, or the other card panels, or the other card as well, that's smoother. It's got a smoother surface on it. It's 250 GSM. It still takes, I wouldn't throw loads of water at it. It can take a certain amount of water. You can use it with your alcohol markers, etc., etc. And then we've got the Clarity card, which is the original coated card.
Yeah.
So there's 3 different types of cardstock. You've got the other card, you've got the premium card, and then you've got what we call the Clarity card, which is the coated card. And that was the card that Barb used to brayer on all the time. Yeah, absolutely. And then we've also got, we've got Chromo card.
Yeah.
And Chromo card has got, on one side, it's single-sided, it's like got really high gloss. Some of the design team were using it with the stencils to run through the machine. It's great for using with alcohol inks, and when you buff it up, you really do get a fantastic sheen to it.
Nice.
So I hope that answers that question. Now, I was talking to Louise earlier, and I said, oh, do you know what the tip is about getting the bookmark into the bookmarks here? No, I was struggling. I was
going like this.
So
try not to bend it.
This was a tip that Barb came up with. So is yours ready to go into its bookmark sleeve?
Well, I've got to put glitter on it.
Okay.
But
it won't be dry enough then to go in, will it?
But so I can put it in and then I can take it out.
Maybe we can show a little bit of glitter, or we can take it out. Yeah, of course we can.
Yeah.
Bookmark.
Now I know the trick.
Right, okay.
It'll be easier to put it in this time.
Right, so we've got our paper. We've got our bookmark.
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure that's... So your paper's a little bit wide, Louise, so you're right. Throwing a... That's definitely not going to work.
I like to keep you on your
Thanks,
toes.
Lou.
That's all right.
So if you're going on inches, you need it to be 2 inches wide.
Okay.
That would have been fun. That would never have gone in.
What about now?
Let's have a look.
A bit more?
No. I tell you, come and talk. I'll trim this down to 2. Louise isn't good on a guillotine. Thank goodness that she doesn't do any beheading. Can you imagine? Oh no, hang on, we've got to try again. Considering we're not far. Considering we're not far from Hever Castle, I'm sure they must have had some beheadings there. Let's try that bookmark again, just to make sure. Yeah, just slightly under, literally a sliver. If you want to make it easy for yourself, just make it slightly under 2 inches. I mean, don't try.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Right. Okay. Let me just check your parchment, just to make sure that your parchment is the same. Let's have a look.
I went very close up to the line. But you have the plastic thing in the way sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
It's very hard
to get that. I reckon we're good on the parchment.
We'll be all right.
Right, okay. Oh, I dread to think what's going on in the chat. Right, so obviously it's a plastic bookmark sleeve. And obviously when they're packed together, it's not suction, but they're sort of together, aren't they?
Yeah.
So all you need to do is take a ruler that fits inside. Our Pergamano rulers are too wide for this. I can't even find the slot now. There we go. And all you're going to do first off is just going to go in and just open up your bookmark with the ruler. Okay. And what that's doing is that's now opening it up. Then you decide what way you want your bookmark to be. So do you want the opening at the top or at the bottom? So you may want to punch a little hole and put a tassel in.
Yeah.
So therefore that would be the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah. But so we'll treat that as the bottom. Then what you're going to do is you're going to pop your, let me move that black mat out of the way.
Yeah.
You're going to pop your pieces of artwork onto the ruler, like so. And what this is doing, it's giving you some stability. So what I'm doing now is I'm sliding in, but I'm sliding the ruler in at the same time.
Okay.
Okay. So it's keeping, can you see,
it's keeping it
because
stable.
This is quite thin, if I try and push that in on its own, it sort of buckles. Yeah. So the ruler, this was a tip Barb came up with. So the ruler is giving it the stability. As long as you've cut it narrow enough, we should have got there by now. And then you can just pull the ruler out a little bit more, like so, and then keep going. It's always awkward when you do it from the side as well.
Last little bit. That
last little bit. So I'm gonna gently see how difficult it is for me to try and push that through because it's so thin.
Yeah.
Just need to grab it. It's just under that point.
I suppose I could have put a tiny little bit of stencil card behind the
You could
paper.
also do that as well to give it
That
some
would give it a
stability.
bit of
See, I'm
stability.
struggling now to push that in.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is pull it back out again. Do that. You could use, I would say, the thing is, the more, we've cut this just under 2 inches. Mm-hmm. If you then put card in,
it's going to be
you need to make
thicker.
it slightly narrower because it's going to be thicker. So all you're going to do is I'll take this. I'll do it in front of me because it's easier rather than stretch it across Louise. And then we're just going to ease that in like so. And you keep going. We got to that point now. Keep on going. There we go. I've done it.
Hey.
So now, so it's just that final little push, but that is now in the bookmark sleeve, like so.
Brilliant.
So really, the top tip that Barb came up with, because I remember we had the bookmarks back in the day, and especially if you're going thin with like paper and parchment, there's not much stability to it.
No.
So yes, you could put a piece of card in, but then you have to allow to bring it in to chop it down a little bit thinner, because obviously it's like if you go in that deep, then obviously
it's going to make it.
Yeah, it's like a sandwich. So, but you need something. So the ruler, and what you do is you put your artwork on the ruler, hold it with your finger like so until it starts to go in, and then just bring your finger, and all you're doing is you're slowly pushing it in until it's in there. So this is really nice and protected now.
Yes.
But it's also, it's got that flexibility. If I bring in some artwork on some of what the design team have done, let me just find one. Like this is really rigid. Okay, so, and I understand why, because when you look at this particular design, there's a lot of perforating on there, which has weakened the parchment. So this one is done by Carol Baker. So she's gone for white card, she's gone for the blue parchment behind, and then the clear parchment on top.
Okay.
So, but it's the card behind there that gives that the stability. But you don't have to. If you need it a little bit more flexible, so to speak, then that's the way of doing it.
Just like that.
Just like that. There was one other thing I wanted to mention. Thank you, Louise, for that. That's available as a download. Oh, we haven't chosen a word.
Oh, okay.
Right, okay. What I didn't even realise that I got so carried away. We need a word.
Butterfly?
Butterfly. Put butterfly in the comments. And while I waffle on for a few minutes, we'll give it a few minutes and then we'll pick a winner.
Yeah.
Okay. So butterfly in the comments on YouTube or on Facebook. And then I'll talk about, I wanted to show you something to do with the birds.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we've got the Groovi hearts. Where have I put those? The product of the month, one of the products of the month for March is the A6 Groovi plate, isn't it?
Yes.
So we've got this plate here. Item number for the product of the month is 42621. Okay, ignore those two there. They are available in Fiji, but if you want to take advantage of the double points, then that's the item number 42621. Now these hearts are fantastic because we can look at you've got the outlines, as we know with Groovi, you've got the outlines, you've got the roses, you've got the borders, you've got the decorative elements.
Yes.
And what I did, I had a bit of a play. You know, the little birdies Groovi plate. I'm going to come out on this one.
These are nice.
So this is your little birdies.
So
this is your picture this. So you can take these exactly as they come. But what I did, while I was waiting for Lou to come in on Sunday, I had a play. So I took the hearts, just traced out the hearts, and come back on that one, and built little pictures with the birdies
so cute
in there. So they work really, really well. So you can see this one here is just those two birds.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I did. I put the heart around it, traced out, and then I thought, what little sentiment should we go? for. I could have gone Cheer Up Blossom, You're the Best, and I went for Keep Smiling, which is there.
Nice.
Okay, so just to show that the product of the month for March works beautifully with the product of the month for April, which also works beautifully with the Rainbow Parchment, which is the product of the month for March. I'm getting all confused with my products of the month because we've got an overlay. But I just wanted to share that if you didn't tune in on Sunday, I shared that with you on Sunday. So mixability. So maybe you've already bought the hearts of the product for the month of March, and you've been sort of on the fence about the birdie plate. Works with mini makes. That little heart is perfect for mini makes, and then you can either go with the florals. I mean, you can put any little design in there, depending on what plates you've got. So, but those little birds, they're just they're cute. They're not cute. They're cute, but with an elegance.
Yes.
If you know, they're not childless. Oh, I can't speak. Childless. Not childless. No. The other word. They're not sickly sweet. They've got an elegance.
Yes.
Of sweetness to them. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
I'll come out that way.
We like them, does it?
Right. Okay. Let's go to the chat. Let's see who's been saying butterflies. So we're going to scroll back. Let's have a look. Childish. Thank you, Grace. Child with the L-Y on the end. That's what I can't say. Right, let me go back. Oh, lovely Maggie Crane is in the room again. Lovely to see Maggie. Right, butterfly. Right. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to stop. Okay, we both looked away. Okay. And the winner is Pat Coombs. Yay. Congratulations, Pat. What we'll do, I'm sure you've got an order with us. So we'll pop this that Louise has made. We'll give you the finished one. Yeah. Or we can send you the one to finish off. It's up to you. No, we'll send you Louise's finished one, and we'll pop that in with your order. So, so thank you very much for your company. Now we're on Tuesday. It is the bank holiday, Easter bank holiday weekend. However, I've got an exciting show. I know, pardon the pun. I should be on stage, not. We have an exciting show for you on Friday, which is Good Friday at 10 a.m. And I've also got another extra special show on Monday at 10 o'clock as well. So it's just going to be me here in the office. So please come and keep me company. It'll be lovely to see you. Maybe I'll have an Easter egg. Maybe I might pop to the shop and get myself a chocolate egg.
Yeah.
To share. Well, I can't share, but you know what I mean. The thoughts are there. So please come and keep me company on Friday. I'm sure I can give something away during that show as well. And also on Monday. I've just got to remember to tell you what it is in order to win whatever it is I'm going to make, because I haven't worked that out yet. Friday or Monday. So thank you to Gorgeous Grace as always for her help, and enjoy the rest of your week. If you can't join us on over the weekend, then enjoy whatever it is you're up to. I hope the weather's nice, and we'll see you again. Otherwise, if you're back to normal the week after, then it'll be back at 10 o'clock with Louise in Groovi Tuesday. And that's a new project, isn't it?
It is.
Super duper. Okay. So thanks ever so much, everybody, and we'll see you again soon. Take care now. Bye.